I have a contrary opinion to what Bada said. Bada said, I'll take it a bit very quickly from two angles. Bada said it was as if the man who traveled on the journey actually came back, and NFF were able to ascertain that he did, put in his letter to Ivory Coast. I have a contrary opinion. You've sent a man on such an expedition. It is expedient that he comes back with a positive result. If not, it appears like it was a waste of fund. No, even there was enough. Did you have to travel? Now coming back after that journey suggests that you had to have a result, and we are seeing the result now.
Like,
that's one side. Which means there was a dead kneel on Keshi even before he traveled. We were only just expecting him to return and hand it over. That's one side of it. The second part of it, which I anchor my conclusion on, is the proposition that Keshi was not even like ab initio. He wasn't supposed to be appointed ab initio. So it was like a witch hunt against Keshi, which culminated into all of this. Bada rightly mentioned that Keshi himself should have been very careful with a whole lot of things. I agree, but it was as if they were on a personal vendetta against him. He mentioned that. And immediately, the backers of Stephen Keshi, so to speak, in high places were no longer available. It became, almost expedient for Keshi to go, and he went.
Now you're insinuating. I mean, Larry's really insinuating, but I don't know whether you have a reaction to what he has said.
I mean, there are obviously strong undercurrents, strong undertones beyond the corridors of football in Nigeria, apparently, because we did say that it seemed like Keshi was foisted on them by higher powers. And if those powers were still in place, I'm not sure they would have been able to kick him out.
Definitely.
So that's why I said initially that they waited for the opportunity to present itself, and they took it.
And you share the same opinion with them?
No, he's a politician.
And I understandably so. But again, it's done and dusted, like a lot of people like to say about that issue. Stephen Keshi is no longer the chief coach of the Super Eagles. We understand Salisu Yusuf will step in immediately, ably assisted by Amadou Shuaibu. Is that the right word? I mean, what we understand is going to be working with Amadou Shuaibu, as Amadou Shuaibu is the technical director of the Super Eagles. So they'll be working together. I guess they will...
Technical director of the Nigerian Football Federation.
Not the Super Eagles.
Of the Nigerian football. That means you could still be drafted to the under 17 level to under 23 or under 23. But he's going to be working with Yusuf, Salisu Yusuf. And ultimately, they probably will see the first game. Are you guys scared? Worried?
Naturally, it's something that should worry anyone, because it's unsettling for the players to not, understand fully what's going on. I mean, we find it very bizarre. You can imagine what it feels like for the players to come in and work with some individuals who may not be able to command the dressing room, command the respect of the players. And again, because the players also know that it's an interim setup. I mean, the next match day, they may not be seeing those faces again. Yeah. It just disrupts the reading, the dynamics, of the team.
They should have done it long before now, really.
They should have. I think it doesn't affect us anyway, particularly for our preparation and our eventual qualification for all the tournaments that we're trying to qualify for, CHAN, the Next Nations Cup, and all of that. Disaster can strike twice. We cannot afford not to qualify for the next tournament after not qualifying for the last one. That would be too shameful.
I think the NFF should just take... I think it's just a bit of comforting news that Tanzania too went to the same thing. So they're not going to Tanzania. No, wait. Tanzania passed the coach and brought in, and he had an interim arrangement. So we are going into the game against Tanzania, two teams with interim arrangement.
No, this should be probed. Tanzania and Nigeria.
Please. All right, okay, guys. I mean, we'll keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully we expect the best. I'm sure the NFF guys are doing everything possible to make sure that we have our football back on track. Having said all that, let's talk about the championship that finished yesterday, the Copa Americas. Now, a lot of people at some point in time I got confused. I thought it was Arsenal that played that final against Argentina, because a lot of people that support Arsenal were very elated, they were very excited. Apart from Bada, surprisingly, that was the first time I've not seen Bada get on actually excited when an Arsenal man actually wins the trophy. But it was a fantastic game, box to box. You will see, actually they took this game to the Argentines. I mean, guys.
Well, the Chileans from the very first game of this competition had always been on the front foot. It wasn't the first time we were seeing Argentina not be at their best. The Chileans bossed possession. They had the better possession start. They had more shots on target. They had more shots off target. Yep. And, on the balance of play, you think that it deserved to win the trophy for the very first time in their history. Yeah. Eva Banega and Higuain, the guys who lost their penalties. Sanchez with the opportunity to win it, and he did it in style. A Panenka that fooled the goalkeeper. And I mean, I thought personally that Alex Sanchez was the best player on the pitch yesterday. From the very beginning. It was a constant threat to the Argentines. But Argentina lost this game from the tactical point of view. From the moment Gary Medel started to snap into tackles, it looked like the Chileans were taking their turns to kick Messi. Argentina looked for an alternative way to go forward. In fact, in the first 20 minutes of the second half, bizarrely, Lionel Messi didn't get a touch. So it disrupted the flow of the team. They couldn't go forward. They were not a threat. And Di Maria, obviously, in the first half, 20-something minutes, pulled his hamstring and was out. Aguero was replaced by an Higuain who, as we saw in the pictures earlier, was presented with a chance to seal it, even though it was a difficult pass. I mean, the fact is, he should still have been doing better from that distance. And that was practically the last kick of the 90. So if he had scored that goal, Argentina would have been crowd champions. So for the second time in 12 months thereabouts, Argentina have lost the major finals after they were beaten by Germany in extra time at the World Cup. They've been beaten again on penalties this time. But you've got to, all hearts have got to go for the Chileans. Medel, Sanchez, Vargas, Isla, Bravo, you know, fantastic characters, fantastic team. And you can't begrudge them. They truly and really deserved their win.
All right. Do you think the superstar status? Well, we understand it's just club football at club football level, but the national team jinx doesn't seem to go away. It doesn't look like it's going to go away soon for Lionel Messi.
Well, that's life. It doesn't take away the fact that he's still one of the best of his time, of his generation. So, well, this is the national team assignment, and at this Copa America level, you expect tougher position for Brazil, even though they are one of the Argentina and Uruguay are the most successful teams at the Copa America level. But as the competition grows, you see some teams come to challenge for the title. So when I saw this game, I knew that it was Chile's time to smile. Yeah. For the first time in a long while. So I don't appreciate the fact that when I can't imagine this man losing this penalty and he's now winning, and these fans, how would they feel? Because with the way they erupted into wild celebration after this penalty, if they had lost the game, what would have been the reaction? So I appreciate the fact that they came in their numbers, they came excited, they came with a lot of support, and you could see the patriotism, you could see the yelling and the shouting and the support from the very first minute. That's how the team should be.
That's how it should be. There were some ugly incidences that took place in the stands. Aguero and Messi's families had to be evacuated from the stands because the fans were throwing stuff at them. And obviously, that's not what you want to see.
I'm sure that will be investigated. But are you satisfied with the level of the Copa tournament this season?
Yeah, it has been brilliant. One of the best I've seen. Well organized, you know, on and off the pitch incidents involving Neymar and Vidal, but Vidal particularly didn't allow that to get to him. And eventually, I expect to see him in the team of the tournament. Sanchez as well, brilliant. Vargas was brilliant. Guerrero, joint top scorer, the Peruvian, finished joint top scorer with Vargas. Messi should be there. About Di Maria, I have a feeling if not for that hamstring, he will have been able to dictate and play more if he was involved until the end. But having said that, Argentina only have themselves to blame. Chile, it was well deserving. At some point, I thought, is this Nigeria Cameroon 2000 happening again? That happened at National Stadium, you know, when Nigeria were hosting. Everybody had hopes on Kanu Nwankwo and Victor Ikpeba, and the whole country was solidly behind them, and all of a sudden, same penalties, and the nation went.
Some people are still waiting to see if that Victor Ikpeba's free penalty kick.
I think it crossed the line.
No, wait. You have to wait for a long while to know that it crossed the line. The fact is that if you go to CAF websites, it is Cameroon that won the Nations Cup.
I agree. We can't bring it back. We can't keep. But that Victor Ikpeba's penalty, it crossed the line.
As far as you are concerned,
in my opinion, it's like Frank Lampard's
goal line. Well, thank God for goal line technology. We need to go right now. Breaking. Well, it's no longer news that Peter Cech has signed for Chelsea FC.
What did you say?
I beg your pardon. Arsenal FC. He left Chelsea FC. I mean, so many people are excited. I mean, they think he's going to save them 15 points, which is okay. I mean, what would happen to Ospina? Should he leave? Maybe Ospina will leave Arsenal FC. We'll keep you abreast as regards that. Also, Falcao has gone to Chelsea. You guys don't look excited.
Doom.
Is that news?
4 goals. 4 goals for Man United.
I'd like to thank you. I mean, fantastic being with you guys again.
Always a pleasure.
I'd like to thank you for being a part of this segment. I'd like to thank you guys for being in the studio today. We're going to break. When we come back, Ken Ochonogo will be back to take you through the rest of the program. Join us again.
Number 16. Okay, 14 jersey number 32. Ike Campbell, the 14 jersey number 2. Omofu Freedom, the 14 jersey number 23.